Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing today? Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. And sorry if it's loud. I'm doing laundry, cooking, dishwasher's on. It's everything going on right now. Okay. I got my pen and paper out. I don't have the paper though. There we go. It is book club time, honey. Chapter 10. Alright. Let's go in the chat, honey. We got Miss Mia saying hi, hi, hi. How are you, sweetheart? I used your Beauty and the Beast palette on today. I used the liquid eyeshadow, the lipstick, and the Morphe brightening powder under eye, which I feel like looks a lot better. Hey, okay. Hello, Miss Paula. How are you, sweetheart? Look at you. You are gorgeous, honey. I'm looking at your profile pic. Yes, honey. How are you? We got Miss Sandra in the chat. Yes. Gotta love Miss Sandra. What is my phone doing right now? Okay. Gonna exit out of that. Okay. Sorry, my phone's going crazy over here. Okay, we got Miss Sunny Day all day. Hello. She says, hi, Queen Bee and my Fifi. How are you, honey? Yes. She said, hi, sis Sandra. All day. You look so cute. You got that, like, what's it called? That Farrah Fawcett hair? There you go. Looking stunning. Miss Mia said, Queen Bee. Day says, hi, everybody. Hello, everybody from Miss Day, honey. Yes. She said, buzzy buzz, honey. We got Mia. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. She said you look beautiful, and you look beautiful as well. Oh, looking good. Thank you. Thank you, Sandra. Oh my god, I want to say Sandra so bad. I was like, all day, honey, all day. It's what I strive for. Miss Mia said, I will be in and out because I'm waiting on Twan to show me the coat she got for a trip. Okay, no worries. No worries at all. Just, I'm glad for you to be here. We got Miss Traveling T. She's a good evening, everyone. Happy to be here. Hello, everybody from Miss Traveling T, honey. Yeah, she got the tea. Oh, is that your doggy? Oh, yeah, look at that precious little sweet angel. Look at that sweet angel. Oh. Miss Paula, you are the gorgeous one. Oh, sweetheart. You got good, you got a good, like, colorist. Whoever does your color, you got a good hairstylist, honey. Keep her. I knew you'd have fun using all this stuff, sweet lady. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. When I tell you the Geek Out of Water, the micellar water, the Squalane micellar water, phenomenal. Incredible. I use I think it's the Garnier micellar water, and I have to like kind of use it over and over again. But the water, I just like placed it and swiped it, gone. It was gone, honey. Yes. Oh, you need some help? Here. There you go. You're welcome. Sorry, I was helping my dad put his bracelet on. Is it on right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's see. Sandra said, I am finishing my desk cleaning project. Okay, I'm listening, but need a few more minutes to finish. No worries, honey. Do what you have to do. You gotta do your cleaning, do your cleaning. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm just glad you guys are here. Mia said, I also I want to apologize to you for not knowing Alani knew was hurtful to ladies. I used it daily till surgery. It's fine. That's totally fine. I mean, most stuff like that I use it like one time. I never really use energy drinks. I just power through it. I'm not even like a coffee type person. I just power through things. If I'm tired, I'll nod out for a second and then I'll just wake back up. So no worries, sweetheart. We got Miss Journey. She said, I made it, everybody. Hello, everybody. Miss Journey is here, honey. She has arrived, okay? Yeah. She said, hey, Journey. We got Miss Delilah saying, hey, everyone. Hello. I love to hear that. Geek Out of Water products are a small batch and very reasonably priced. When I tell you, I am going for that micellar water. I have never had a micellar water that was hydrating, first of all, and would take off this eyeliner. It's a liquid eyeliner, but it's not like a brush. It's like a felt tip. It's almost like a marker, but I use matte. I don't use like a shiny eyeliner. It's always matte, and it is very hard to take off. So I'm always having to either I always double cleanse with like a cleansing oil to take it off, but I have to use micellar water beforehand so that it's not just like all muddy when it comes off. I want to make sure it's all off. But that, phenomenal. Thank you again. Miss Paula says, hi Delilah, did you get your pencils? Did you get your pencils, girl? I'm trying to edit this dang video. I got it all the way down to 97 minutes at this time. I know, editing is tough. For me, editing is tough because people say I got that California accent, so I'm always like, and like, and really. I'm always having to edit out myself, being like, I'm like that during all my videos. I'm so sorry. But I get it. I'm so sorry. Journey says, hey, Paula. Hey, amiga. Journey says, Felicia, did you take your shot today? I take mine at midnight because technically I do Sundays as a shot day. So midnight. I will be up until, I'm always up until midnight. I don't go to bed till like 2 in the morning, you guys. So midnight comes, that's my shot day. So I can just kind of sleep through it. Delilah says, hey, Paula, yes, thank you. I opened the box and I had no idea what it was. It came so fast, but I'm refusing to use them until Monday. So you can be there for the maiden voyage. Thank you again. Oh, she got you some pencils, honey. That is amazing. And I got to do the journal, the calendar, not the journal, the calendar. I got to color in my calendar. I'm already like 2 weeks behind. She said, Delilah, yay, I'm so glad they got to you so quickly. Absolutely. Thank you for giving the gifts out too, sweetheart. She makes the blue tansy hydrating makeup primer. I can send you a sample. It's very, very thick, but so nice. I love like a good thick skincare products because like my face is always so dry. I was never dry, okay? Like I used to be an oily person, but I don't know if it was like the weight loss or the medication, but as like 1 month into Zepbound, my face just dry, like very dry. And I even take birth control pills, the ones that are like 3 weeks, it's a pill, and then the last week's just like a placebo, and that helps with my acne, and obviously not having more babies. But it controlled the oil, but I was still oily. Now I'm just dry. So thank you, I appreciate that. Sorry, I went on a tangent. If you're using micellar water, then oil cleanser and a standard cleanser, that's triple cleansing. Since micellar is its own cleanser. Yeah, I triple cleanse. But since the micellar water she got me is hydrating, the oil cleanser is used as oil cleanser, and then the regular cleanser I use is also a hydrating cleanser. Not like it's from La Roche-Posay. La Roche-Posay? Yeah. It's the one for like people with eczema. So it is hydrating in itself. Although I do triple cleanse when I have makeup on only, or if I'm wearing just sunscreen that day, especially like a water-based sunscreen or water-resistant, not water-based, water-resistant sunscreen. I always double cleanse. But for makeup, I got a triple cleanse. She said, dang it, Johnny. What did Johnny do? Delilah says, Mia, you're so sweet. It really, really is. Mia says, I got the new Oath flavors. My coworkers went to Walmart and got us some. Oh, that's good. I've been seeing you post it, and then you've also, like, showed it to me in a text. So I'm glad you got it. Delilah says, I don't hear a California accent. They be tripping. Right? They be tripping. Although, I've been told, like I said in my last live, that people think I have that, like, stoner accent, which I do. I've gotten that a lot. And especially when you're not from California, I get a lot. La Roche-Posay, however you spell it. You spell it was my jam for so long. Yes. They have like the big ones, and they're like reasonably priced because if you're just using it for your face, it's good. But I got the small one, and I've had it forever. Mia says, "Nah, I'm not sweet. From my experience, strength and hope, I'm pushing through these face products. Aw, my experience, strength and hope, baby. Yes, Miss Countess, honey, gotta give her a shout out. That's her experience, strength and hope. My nose is so itchy. What is going on? My bad. Hold on, I don't want to do this on camera. Why am I so itchy? Journey says, sorry, I gotta catch up with chat. Stream had to do something, but right back. You're totally fine. We're just talking, honey. I used to use Prequel. Oh, yeah, the Prequel cleansing now. I use a Prequel, the gel cleanser now. She said, damn it, Johnny. It's just her name. Oh, okay. I was like, what did Johnny do? I was showing you that Oath comes up on the stuff that they sell now. Did I say that right? I was showing you that the Oath comes up. Okay, yeah, it's all now. But I did send you a text and was sending my coworkers, so sorry for that. Don't ever be sorry. I do not mind, honey. If you got my number, you can just text me whoever you please. Oh, okay. Alrighty, we are on chapter 10, you guys. Let me pull it up. I was listening to music, my bad. Okay, let's see. Let me exit out of all this stuff. Oh my gosh. Where is Audible? There it is. Let me take my headphone out. I was jamming out right now. Most definitely not about shouting her out, amiga. Oh, just an inside silly thing. I get you, feel you. I get you and I feel you. I feel you and I get you. I'm picking up what you're putting down, honey. I'm catching up what you're throwing. Okay, we are on chapter 10. And it says, how to make comparison your teacher. Ooh. Yes. The rest? I don't know about the rest. We can have some of them. How many are in there? There's like 45 bags. Yeah, I just put that. My bad. My son's talking to me. How many are in there? Leave her like 3. Is that fair? Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. Then yeah, you can have the rest. Sorry, my son wants to know if he can eat his sister's goldfish. Let's see. I do love those Drumroll donut protein donuts. That taste good. I've never heard of a protein donut, and they look delicious. Like I said, I've had the Prime Bites, the brownie. Oh my gosh, that is good. I wish I would have done a slay or nay on that. Those are wonderful. And if you microwave it for like, I don't know, 6 seconds. Oh my, yeah, I haven't had a brownie in so long, but when I had that, macros on it too, splendid. She says, stoner accent, Chalet Holmes. Hi, sign. Aw, he's in the back stealing all the goldfish. Oh. Yeah, I'm definitely no QVC cell person. I'm totally kidding around. You definitely could be. I don't know if he could be like Countess, how she's like, hey guys, it's a book club. By the way, if you're thirsty, get an element electrolyte. Blah, 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 blah. Or, hey guys, today's video is about this, but before I came on camera, I had a gem bites, blah, blah, blah. Like, girl. I'm a Johnny. Not 5, not 7, but 6, ma'am. Yes, I had to put it on for 6 seconds. Exactly. Says, I know people don't like those legendary strawberry Pop-Tarts. Yeah, those are gross. I don't know why, but I had one last night and it was really, really good. I'm sorry, I literally just said it was gross and then you're like, it's really, really good. I didn't heat it up or toast. Maybe I was supposed to toast mine. I don't know. But I didn't toast that one and it came out. And it kind of looked like I had been sitting on the shelf for a minute, so I can't really judge it off of that because nobody was touching that thing. I was like, oh, okay. Paula said, but not 6'7". The weight of me. Are you talking about the blue tansy? Curious. And also the box of gifts. I love, honey. That was beautiful. Yes, she's showing you some love. Oh my god, it's Jen! You changed your profile pic again, sweetheart. Stunning. Look at your skin. It's everything, Jen. Love you, girl. Thank you for being here. She's laughing at Paula. Hey, Jen, I got my socks coming. Wonderful. I did not know you were having socks. Hi, Jen. Miss Toy tried the Noon electrolytes earlier. She was like, it doesn't taste like salt. And I laughed so hard because not all taste like salt water, like Element. Right. That's why I like the Ultima replenishers. I just got a brand new flavor too. I was gonna do a Slayer nail on that later on because I still have the one I always drink, which is the raspberry. So I got the blue raspberry. I didn't go very far, but it looked really good and it was on sale. Hey ladies, come to mind y'all business. Oh, thank you. Be all up in the business and I appreciate it. Jenny said, hey Jen. Jen, our business is your business. Absolutely. Okay, so this chapter, I'm not going to lie to you, is very, very long. It's double than any chapter I've ever done. Okay, this chapter is 41 minutes long. Girl. So I might play more than I usually play. I usually play around like 10 minutes, but I might play like just a little more. That's a lot of minutes. Is that Lori, girl? Hey, Lori, how are you? I call her a legendary Lori, honey. I said she's a legend. Mia says Geek Out of Water Blue Tansy face primer that she sells is her YouTube store. Sells it in her YouTube store, sorry. It hydrates and makes your makeup last. Well, that is a win-win for everybody. I tried the Gatorade packets, electrolytes is pretty good. Hey, I've never tried that. You know, I don't know if you guys ever seen the Gatorade. They got these pods, and you got to get a special water bottle. But you I don't know. I've always wanted to try it because it looks interesting, but I don't know if those are good. But my dad likes Gatorade. I don't really care for it. I guess every time I taste Gatorade, I think of when you're sick, and you're like, I just associate it with that. Jen says, hey, Journey, Delilah, Paula, and Mia. Yes. Journey says, hello, Lori. Oh, Lori said, hi, Journey. Journey says, oh, okay, Mia, thanks, girl. Paula saying hi, Lori. Lori saying hi back to Paula. Mia says, I use Element, but my coworker gave me some liquid IV. It wasn't bad. I used half because I have high blood. Okay, so I watch my sodium. Definitely that. I was at Costco a long time ago. I'm at Costco all the time though, but they gave me a sample because I never had liquid IV, and they gave me a sample of it, but they gave it to me. When I tell you, it was in this much water. I never had thick electrolytes. That was bad, but it just needed more water. So I've just kind of steered clear from there, but yeah. Mia says, hello, Jen. Is that the low carb queen? Yes. Hi, Queen. How are you, honey? Yes. I love me some low carb Queen. It's just like Kirkle. What's Kirkle? Kirkle. That's a fun word to say, though. Hello, everybody from Miss Queen, honey. Yes, that is low carb Queen, honey. Oh, Lori says I like Kirkle. What's Kirkle? I never heard of Kirkle a day in my life. Dilly, is the flavored air those Kirkle? Is it flavored air? Is it the ones like you're drinking out the bottle and like you smell it? I don't know. I know the Gatorade pod. It's like a liquid pod, and you like push it down, and like electrolytes go into the water. I don't know. Oh, LOL. I tried IV at Costco too, and I was excited to try it, but yuck, right? They give it to you in this much water, and it's like the entire packet in there, and I was like, hello, look, her queen. Oh, it says circle. My bad. Circle. Why didn't you just spell it circle then? It looks like Kirkle. I like Kirkle better. I love you back. I can get off stream now because I'm super happy. I'm just kidding. But Queen loves me too. She said Kirkle is pronounced circle. Yeah, but I like Kirkle better. And what is it? Electrolytes? Is that what it is? Kirkle. Kirkle, you tell the amount of. Oh, it's a little. Okay. All right, I can vibe with that. I can see that. No, they are different. Mia. Air Sense, like, I'm gonna say Kirkle is a flavored pod. Kirkle, they pronounce it circle, but it's spelled uniquely. I get that. I definitely get that. I listened to a band called Paris, but they spell it with a V. Unique. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Well, I might try Kirkle in the future. Who knows? All right, let's get to chapter 10, you guys, because it's a long chapter. Chapter 10, How to Make Comparison Your Teacher. Yes. Press play.
Chapter 10.
Oh, there it is.
How to Make Comparison Your Teacher. So you and I just talked about the first type of comparison, which is that self-torture, right? Now let's talk about the second type of comparison. Comparison that is teaching you something. And here's how you know the comparison is good. It's when you're looking at the aspects of someone else's life or their success that you could create for yourself. With time and consistent effort, these are aspects of your life, career, or health that could be changed. And this is good news because the list of things that you could change about your life, endless. From your job, to creating a better friend group, to finding your purpose, spending more time with your kids, vacations, creating financial freedom, getting up earlier, finding and creating the greatest love story of your life, becoming an amazing cook, getting in the best shape of your life, buying a huge ring, a fancy watch, a sports car, renovating your kitchen, building a second home. You could create a better relationship with your step-parents, develop healthier habits, writing a book, healing your trauma, gaining more followers online, having better boundaries and more time for launching a business or developing a better reputation. I just riffed a long list on purpose because I really want to inspire you right now. There is so much opportunity right in front of your face. Because 95% of the things that you dream about and that you want in your life, you can create them if you're willing to just work hard, be consistent, disciplined, and patient. Very little about your life is fixed in stone. You may look around right now and feel like there's no way you can achieve what you want to achieve, but that's just not true. Not true at all. And I'm going to teach you how to use comparison to your advantage. And I'm so excited for you. Because if someone else in the world has done something that you want to do, and you look at them and you're like, oh man, they did it better and bigger and cooler than I could have even imagined. Let them. Let them have their success. Let them beat you to it. Let them do it in the smartest and most dazzling way. Because their success, it gives you the formula. Remember my story about breaking into the motivational speaking business and how for years I was so scared of what everyone would think. I wasn't posting on social media. That was all about using a formula. And this is what I meant when I said, you're not playing against other people in life, you're playing with them. And one of the biggest secrets in life is that other people's example can make you a better player. Other people help you win. And I need you to wrap your brain around this because you're in competition mode and that's not how you're going to win in life. Whatever it is that you want, other people, they give you the formula to follow. And that is like the coolest thing in the world, which is why I want you to let them lead the way. They're not blocking your way. They're leading the way. And for most of my life, I just didn't understand this. I thought I was competing with everybody. You know, I felt like if somebody achieved what I wanted, you know what I would tell myself? Oh, well, they beat me to it. There's already a YouTube channel on that. Guess I better not do one. Oh, somebody already wrote a book about getting out of bed. Guess I better not write one about that. Oh, my friend just got a real estate license. I guess I can't now. Do you know how ridiculous that sounds? Absolutely ridiculous. And I used to do it too. I saw other people's wins as my losses. And when you go through life seeing other people's wins as your losses, you will feel defeated. In fact, you won't even get started. And if you're not careful, that type of comparison and that competition and that competitive nature in you, it will become the reason why you doubt yourself. It'll be the reason that you sit there and think about what you want, but you constantly stay stuck doing nothing about it. You are capable of achieving the same success, and dare I say, even greater success. But instead of working to create it, you know what you're doing? You're doing what I used to do. You're actively arguing against yourself. You are actively stopping yourself from going after what you want. I mean, how sad is that? I say it's sad because I did it too. And when you turn life into some competition, you turn other people into a problem. And they don't need to be. In fact, they can be one of the greatest resources to your happiness, your financial success, your goals, your dreams, everything. There is a truth about life that changed my whole approach to the way that I look at things. And here it is. There is enough happiness, success, love, friendship to go around for absolutely everyone. I mean, this stuff is in limitless supply. No one is taking anything from you. Because you can create happiness. You can create more money. You can create better friendships. You can create the greatest love story of your life. And I'm going to say this again and again. Stop turning life into a competition. No one else's wins are your losses. Change the way you look at other people's success, and people start leading the way for you to create your own. I mean, there are more than 8 billion people on this planet. And if you're going to look for evidence that someone else has made more money, or has the coolest wardrobe, or the best friend group, or they went to a more prestigious school, or is in better shape, or sold their company when they were younger, or is a New York Times best-selling author who has a bazillion followers, or traveled the world, or quite literally has anything that you've ever dreamt of, if you're looking for evidence that somebody's already done it, you're going to find it because somebody has. The tendency to compare, that's just human nature. The problem is not using comparison to your advantage. And that's where the let them theory comes in and changes your whole flipping life. Because First of all, it is going to destroy this habit of torturing yourself, right? And obsessing about people and turning life into a competition. Let them lead the way. Plenty of money to go around. Let them show me how to make it. Now I just got to follow the formula. Isn't this cool? I love this. Then we're going to flip comparison into your greatest teacher. So let me tell you a story. Recently, I was talking with a friend of mine. I'm just going to call her Molly. Molly is an extremely talented interior designer, and she has built this awesome business. She has a bunch of employees. She does beautiful work for her clients. And the last few times that she and I hung out, she was asking me for advice about social media. Mel, how can I get myself out there? I know I need to be doing more online and doing a better job of marketing my business, but I don't even know where to start. And so when she would ask me, I would just give her a simple list of things she could do. Why? Well, because you now know every single business, there's a formula. And the formula for getting better at social media is simply start posting every day. I told her she could create videos explaining the types of design projects she's working on. Post before and after photos. Hire an intern that creates a library of short videos of you while you're working. Take a free online course to learn more about social media platforms and pick one to focus on. And just like the example that I spoke about earlier, from when I wanted to build my speaking business years ago, and the simple steps that I needed to take, the truth is, the things you need to do are very straightforward and simple. It's not the steps. The problem is not doing them. So Molly calls me the other day, and immediately I could tell something was off. You know how when somebody just kind of has that tone in their voice, and you're like, uh-oh, wonder what's going on. So I said, Molly, you don't sound like yourself. Is everything okay? She said, yeah. You know, the kids, life, it's fine. I'm not. I said, what happened? Well, I saw something the other night, and it just sent me into a spiral, Mel. And I've been freaking out ever since. And so I'm listening, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I wonder what happened. I mean, this sounds pretty serious. She sounds really down. Well, it turns out that there's someone in Molly's neighborhood that she's known for a long time. And let's just say, she's not exactly Molly's favorite person. You know, the kind of person who's always drawing the attention to themselves, and they just kind of rub you the wrong way. The energy between you two just never clicked. Well, this person has no interior design experience or background. And now they've suddenly gotten into the design business, and they've started posting on social media. And their posts, they're blowing up. This person is getting thousands of likes on her posts. And what really burns Molly up is that everyone in the neighborhood is now talking about how, quote, talented this other woman is. And so Molly is like venting at me. She's like, and these are just photos of her own house, Mel. She didn't even design her own house, for crying out loud. And so I'm like, okay, so just tell me what happened, Molly. And she explains the night before, after a long day of work dealing with her design clients, Molly had put the kids to bed. She sat down on the couch and then started scrolling. And guess who was all over Molly's feed? This irritating woman. Molly couldn't help herself. I know you've been there. She read every single comment. She stalked the woman's website, and the website was amazing. It looked modern and clean, whereas Molly's, it has not been updated in years. The way in which the other woman was marketing herself was so impressive. It did make her look so talented and so professional, like she's been doing this for years. And that sent Molly down a spiral. She's going to steal my clients. Everyone's going to think she's better than me. How does she know how to do all this? Why didn't I do this sooner? I can relate to that. Can't you? Of course you can. Because if you're looking for evidence of something, you're going to find it. So Molly took a deep breath and then said, Mel, what do you think I should do? I'm going to tell you the exact same thing I told my friend Molly. And I want you to remember my words the next time you find yourself burning up with comparison or competition or anger about what someone else is doing. What should you do? Let them. No one should feel sorry for you. If you're jealous right now about someone else's success, good. I'm happy for you. Because jealousy is an invitation from your future self. Jealousy is inviting you to look more closely at someone else, not to make you feel inferior, but to show you what is important and what is possible. See, this woman wasn't stealing any success from Molly. That's ridiculous. She wasn't preventing Molly from changing her website or focusing on social media. This woman's wins online are not Molly's losses, because other people are never going to stop you from achieving what's meant for you. They can't. Only you can stop yourself from achieving it. This woman is a reminder to Molly that social media matters. She's a teacher who is leading the way. So let them make you mad. Let them wake you up. Let them be successful. Let them dazzle you with their beautiful web design and their amazing social media strategy. Let them show you that it's possible. The reason why I told you the story, and I'm not even done with it yet, is because it's so relatable. Maybe you've been so caught up in your day-to-day that you've ignored what's right in front of you. Maybe you've been playing so small that you can't see how big and beautiful your life could be. Maybe you're just so used to doing things the way you've always done them that you're reluctant to try something new. I've been there. And that's why you need the let them theory. Other people show you what's possible.
Okay, excuse me, I paused it right there. That was a lot to take in, sweetheart. Yes. Okay. So I get what she's talking about when it comes to comparison. I did a video a while ago on comparison. It was the me versus me and you versus you, because a lot of people in this particular journey, weight loss journey, they don't mean to, but they tend to compare. And we compare on other things, like we compare medications, like, sema and tirzepatide, and versus somebody that's like, I started my journey in January, and this person started their journey in April, and the person in January hasn't lost as much as the person in April because it's already October, and that person's like way further than me and all of that. And it's kind of like, it's human nature to want to compare, and that stems from like way back in the day. Just I want juice, please. Okay, juice, baby. Sorry, but that stems from like way back in the day when it came to like, if you weren't the fittest of the fittest, you weren't going to provide, you weren't going to, you had tribes back then that were kind of like, hey, if you're not doing what you need to do, you gotta go. And that was just basic human nature. And that humanity side of us, it's still there. Although we are in modern times, it doesn't take away from the fact that it's still there, And then there's always like, just comparison of genders, comparison of age, comparison of literally everything. But if you do use it as like a teaching moment to light that fire within you, maybe there are people who think pretty positively, and they'll see that like, hey, this person can motivate me instead of me just being angry, jealous. And if you are a spiritual person, that like envy and all that is being one of the 7 deadly sins. God doesn't want you to really think like that either. It just depends where you are in your journey. If you are spiritual, if you are logical, if you are reasonable, if you are just whoever you are at the end of the day, But I did like the whole fact that she said other people's examples pave the way for you, which is true. And that comes from a lot of us content creators too. We can look up to content creators. Even being like a smaller channel like me, you can look up to another content creator and be like, okay, now the thing with content creation is that you have to be creative too. You don't want to just copy somebody else. Like, what do they say? Like, copying is like the highest form of flattery, which is nice. Of course, you can get similar ideas and kind of do it in your own way, because we're not the first people to do this. We're not going to be the last. There's tons of weight loss channels. There's tons of GLP-1 channels now. I mean, that goes for any community out there. I like watching true crime. I've seen a bunch of the same things on each true crime documentary, you know? It's just however you present it in your way, in your personality, because your personality is a lot different than everybody else. Stuff like that. I also like when she said, if you see other people's wins as your losses, you know, that's kind of not the greatest thing either, because it's sad, really. You guys. Hey. But yeah, it's not a great thing either. You know, it's kind of sad if you're going to see like, oh, that person's doing it, I can't do it. Like, you know, that's that negative mindset. And it depends what type of mindset you have when it comes to things like comparison. And then the last one I really like, where she says, there's enough love for everyone. You can create anything. And that is why I like to push love out so much, because a lot of people deal with the biggest emotion, which is fear. And a lot of us are talking about fear in the beginning of the year because we're trying to overcome that by the end of the year. Whoever we are today, the goal is to be better always. Be better than you were yesterday and be better than you are tomorrow. That's the goal. The goal is to always be better. And when it comes to love, that is the only true thing that can conquer fear. Fear is a gigantic emotion, and that stems from being scared, being anxious, and we all know anxiety leads to different other things. Like a lot of the illnesses up here out there actually stem from just anxiety. And once you can hone in and like really hone down to what's going on with you, you have to just take a second to really look at you. It's hard to look at yourself, not just in the mirror, but look at yourself when you close your eyes. Look at yourself when you're alone in your own thoughts. How are those thoughts? Are they always positive? Are they always negative? Or are they a mix of both? Or when things come full force, what's your reaction? How do you behave? Is fear the first thing that strikes in your heart? If it is, show yourself that love. That's why they tell you to give yourself grace. And as a spiritual person, I tell you, give yourself grace. But they also tell you there is no fear in perfect love. And when you truly understand that, not even from a spiritual standpoint, but it's more powerful when it is from a spiritual standpoint, there is no fear. If you have God, there's no fear. You know, you have a divine power above you, watching you at all times. That's power in itself. I love that. And that's why I do love to spread love. Because I know a lot of us, and especially a lot of us women, we do live with a lot of fears, anxieties, what's coming next, what are we doing right now, and we fixate on a lot of it too. Let's go on the chat, honey. Ooh, it's hot in here. Where did I leave off at? Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah, it sounds good. Okay. Queen saying hello to Journey and anybody she missed. Paula saying hi to Low Carb Queen, honey. She's saying hi to Paula. Don't forget to like my bee. I'd appreciate it. The Busy Bees would appreciate it. And the Pickle Posse would appreciate it. I thought I had a burp. Sorry. Journey saying, hey, Sunshine. Paula saying, thanks for the reminder, Sunshine. Oh, thank you. Yes. Hello, Nicole. My dear, how are you? How are you feeling? How is one doing, sweetheart? I have been praying very, very hard for you, my dear. I hope you are healing. Bless you, sweetie. I hope you are healing, and I hope you are doing better, feeling better. And of course, a fast and safe recovery from everything. Absolutely. Journey says, you know, a lot of men don't see it like we do with the let them theory. They just kind of live like that, and I wish more of us women were the same. We overthink things. LOL, it's just the way it is. She also added, like, my husband doesn't think a quarter of the stuff I think about. I'm going to tell you something, and I don't know how people will take it, but I'm honest. I'm honest by default, kind of. And it is a comparison thing. Men don't think like we do, of course, because of the way society makes it for them. Society kind of makes it so that, and I only know this because I'm around so much men all day, but I do a lot of, I don't know, just on my own research, being just curious on things. Society just kind of tells men that we don't care about your feelings. We don't. And I read this book about this lady who kind of just like looked, dressed, presented herself like a man. Not in any other way like that. Just wanted to see like a social experiment. And that was pretty fascinating because she said it was depressing as heck. That people do not care. As a man, they have a high expectation for you. And when it comes to feelings, they don't care. And that's why men grow up with that fact of be a man. Oh, you're sad? Be a man. Oh, you're hurt? Be a man. But when it comes to women, society gives us a condition, gives us a, oh, she's just a girl. Oh, give her leniency, give her grace, give her mercy. Oh, she's being emotional? Put your guard down. And of course there's men out there that don't care about that because they're so used to being told, suck it up, be a man. That they expect that of women too. But hormonally, we're two different creatures. We're always going to be more emotional, which brings us with more emotional intelligence than men. Men just can hide it a lot better. And it is unfortunate. When I really do sit there and think about it, especially when you have sons, you think about it and you're like, God, that's so sad. Like, you're going to grow up in a world where people just do not care. You walk down the street, you'll be suffering and everything, and they're just kind of like, whatever. But if it's a woman, it's a whole different story. There you go, sweetheart. Sorry I went on a tangent, but yeah. Journey says, hey, Nicole. Oh, I read that one. Let's see. Oh, I think I read that one too. Well, no, he can lay on his pillow at night and just start snoring. Meanwhile, I run the entire day in my head. And it's true. And hopefully, we all have partners that if we have a shift in emotions, they'll understand and be like, hey, are you okay? My husband does that all the time. And I do that to him all the time. Are you okay? You okay? Okay. Are you okay? Okay. We're always checking in with each other. Because we know we come from two different people where we were emotionally, we come from places where we were unstable at a point in time. That's why you want to find a partner, obviously, who does have that emotional intelligence, that does have a connection with themselves, that is somewhat healed, or you guys can heal through it. Stuff like that. Nicole says, hey, Journey, hey, Delilah, hey, Jen, hey, Mia, hey, Miss Felicia, hey, Paula. Look at all those blue hearts, and anyone else I missed. Hello, everybody from Miss Nicole, girl, yes. Journey showing some love. Paula saying, hi, Nicole. Oh, and Sunshine. You can't forget Sunshine. Oh, excuse me. How are you feeling, Nicole? Yes. Yep, I can relate, Felicia. Okay, yeah, I'm glad you can relate, sweetheart. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Be right back. I'm listening. No worries. No worries. Hey, Lori, low carb queen. I think I got everybody, or at least I hope I did. You got it, girl. You got it, girl. Hi, Nicole. Big hugs. Extra big hugs. Absolutely. We're showing you that love. She's exhausted plus in pain, but I'm improving, so that's good. I'm sorry you're in pain. I'm sorry you're exhausted. But I am very happy that you are healing, sweetheart. Oh my gosh. Traveling T says, fear is very powerful. Fear will keep us from doing what we need to do. Fear is always the true enemy. And a lot of us are fighting that fears within ourselves. And a lot of people don't realize that, like, the biggest enemy really is us. That's why I always say, like, I don't really care what people say about, like, if you have something negative to say about me or anything bad to say about me, I don't care, because I've said it to myself in the worst way possible 1,000 times, and I've actually believed it. And with that mentality, as negative as it was, I use my fears as a power. Just like we're using comparison as your own teacher. You gotta harness it. Harness your anxieties. Harness your fears. And I promise you, you will become a powerful person. And nothing can faze you like you ever think it could. Yes. As Queen says, I love that. Be better always. Always. Always be better. And it doesn't have to be these grand things you have to do. It could just be little steps, little things, little by little. And you'll look at yourself like, man, 5 years ago, that was a real small version of me, because I would never call anybody weak. That was a small version of me. Now I am personified. I am just better. You don't have to boast about it. You don't have to have an ego trip about it. You're just better. And the only person that benefits from you being better is you. Once you become better, you could spread that to anybody. They could just feel it from you, and that's the beauty of it. Absolutely. Nicole says, thanks, sunshine. Day says, hi, Journey and Paula, listening and drawing in my planner. I missed some of the hellos. Oh, no worries, honey. No worries. This is therapeutic, sweetheart. Prayers for you, Nicole. Absolutely. Delilah says, hey, Day, Nicole, and Lori, and low carb queen. Thank you, Paula. I really appreciate it. Absolutely. Thank you, Felicia. You're welcome, sweetheart. I'm glad to hear improving, but it's a real struggle when you have abdominal cuts. Yeah, I had my gallbladder removed too. Having my gallbladder removed and then having to go right back to being a mom. My son was like 2 years old when that happened. So when I tell you the terrible twos, I let him rip up the living room, and I was like, I can't do nothing. What do you want from me? I can't move. And back then I was a single parent, so I was like, ugh. So I feel you, sweetheart. I feel you. Hey, Chula Pickle. Be right back. Drop my coloring, but not the coloring pencils. Don't worry about putting them back in order, honey. Nicole says, yes, Mia. It's like just coughing hurts. Absolutely. I am so sorry. I hope it eases every single moment that passes, honestly. Mia says, I've been taking grass-fed beef organs. I definitely feel the vitamins in them are helping my incisions heal nicely. I know a lot of people say that, like, real beef organs are, like, really great for you. I know, like, beef liver is, like, one of the greatest things to eat for, like, iron and all of that. So I know they make supplements out of it now. What's it called? Primal something? Yeah, I'm glad it's working for you, hon. Right, so sorry, Nicole. I remember even laughing hurts. Yes. Terrible. Primal Queen, yeah. The best ever. Yeah, I've heard of that. I think I heard of it from Delilah. Yes, exactly, Delilah. No, yeah, Primal Queen is way more expensive for less milligrams of organs. I researched a better value. Oh, okay. Awesome. That literally, Delilah just said that. Well, that's awesome, Mia. When I started, they were the only option. Now I've seen a lot more in the market. Yeah. She said, oh, Jen says, hey, Nicole, I'm listening and internet shopping. I know, that's right. Get those deals, honey. What are you shopping for, Jen? I'm too nosy not to ask. Oh, Mia says, I do love what Primal stands for. Women power is a good thing. Absolutely. Paula says, Delilah, I was wondering about the same. I was wondering the same about the shopping. Oh, she's looking for readers on Amazon. Yes. I hope you find the best deal and the best readers. There you go. Okay. I'm going to press play again. Oh. I saw a seasoning on Shark Tank called Cluck, which was beef organs added to a seasoning just to get people eating more vitamins. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Reading glasses, yes. Okay. So let's press play. Oh. Open phone, please. Play.
And when you see comparison as a teacher, you'll start to realize other people aren't taking anything from you. They're giving something to you. Other people have this beautiful capacity to show you pieces of your future that you can't fully see for yourself. They show you possibilities that you didn't realize existed, or more likely, you told yourself you're incapable of achieving. So whoever or whatever is making you jealous, good. Their success and their wins don't shrink your chances of creating what you want. They expand it. Let them lead the way. Flip your jealousy into inspiration. See what's possible through their example. The people that you're comparing yourself to, they act as mirrors, reflecting back bigger possibility. In Molly's case, the formula and the work that she was avoiding. And that's what I said to Molly. Let her lead the way. And that brings me to a very important point. There's a very critical reason why this woman got under Molly's skin. In fact, it had to be this irritating person. See, in life, if you're not motivated to do something, it's going to take something painful to force you to change. In Molly's case, she'd been watching famous interior designers for years. She had been talking about doing social media for years. You might be too right now. She had every excuse in the book for why she didn't make it a priority. Until now. Well, now, all of a sudden, this irritating woman comes along with no prior design experience, and Molly sees her doing all the things deep down she knew she needed to do years ago. Molly knows that this woman from the neighborhood has no special advantage, talent, or resources. That's why she's so mad. This irritating woman is shoving a simple fact in Molly's face. Hey, lady, if I can do it, you can do it too. And this is where the tendency to compare gets really interesting. These types of people are a gift because they force you to look in the mirror and call yourself out. So let them make you mad. In fact, you should be thanking this person that makes you mad because you're not actually mad at them. That anger that's burning up inside of you, that's you being mad at yourself because you know that you could have gotten to work sooner. And you know that you're capable of figuring this social media thing out or anything out. You just didn't. And this was me in the speaking business. That's why I say this kind of comparison is your greatest teacher. And the let them theory is going to help you access the lesson. Not because these people show you what you need to be doing, but because it galvanizes your power and it awakens your anger and frustration with yourself. And you need your anger as the fuel to get you going. So whoever it is that's triggering you, let them. Let them irritate you. Let them burn you up inside. And let them show you exactly what you want and what you need to be doing to get it. So let's talk about you. I'm sure you're thinking, whoa, I didn't realize I needed to hear this, but I needed to hear this. And you're probably wondering, how exactly do you turn these moments of jealousy and competition and frustration into something good? How do you flip comparison into inspiration? Simple. Say, let me. And then look at the data other people's success provides you. See, anytime you find yourself playing the game of comparison, there's something really important happening. Comparison shows you the areas of your life that need more of your attention. Comparison means the time for thinking and excuses, over. Let me get to work. Let me put in the reps. This is this phrase that I say all the time. I learned it from my buddy, best-selling author, Jeff Walker. He always says, success is about putting in the reps, Mel. What's that mean? Simple. To be successful, to lose weight, to write a book, to gain a following online, you have to show up every day and do the boring, irritating, and uncomfortable work you're avoiding. You gotta put in the reps. So I want you to think about any change that you want to make in your life or any goal you want to achieve, just like going to the gym. How do you build muscle? You show up every day and you put in the reps. In fact, there's this quote that I love from quarterback Tom Brady. The truth is, you don't have to be special. You just have to be what most people aren't. Consistent, determined, and willing to work for it. See, all these people that you're comparing yourself to and you feel like you're competitive with, that are stirring up your jealousy, they're here to show you the simple fact that while you've been making excuses, they've been putting in the reps, slowly chipping away at all the boring, hard, little things that you haven't wanted to do. In the words of Tom Brady, they aren't special. They've just been what you aren't. Consistent, determined, and willing to work for it. And that is 1,000% the secret to my success. And that brings me back to my friend Molly. She knew in her heart that she needed to start to prioritize this several years ago. And part of the reason why it's so painful to see someone else doing it is that she's seeing the fruits of someone else's efforts. And this is going to keep happening if you don't start to move on the things that you really want. That beautiful website that Molly was so mad about, it didn't pop up overnight. That woman had been working on it for months. And the social media strategy that was just burning Molly up, that didn't magically happen. While Molly was making excuses, the other woman was researching, studying, learning, and starting to create all of the posts that Molly now sees. The reason why these people make you so angry is because you know you could do it too. And you're just mad that you didn't start doing it a long time ago. I get it. I felt the exact same things over and over and over in my life. But the fact is, inspiration and wanting to do something, it's just not enough to get you motivated to do something. And this is why anger is really good. It's why comparison can be one of your greatest teachers. And I'm willing to bet that when it happens, when you find yourself getting jealous or annoyed or upset about what somebody else is doing, I guarantee you, it will likely be someone you know who's making you mad. It's going to be Aaron, who works down the hall. All of a sudden, oh my God, Aaron's quitting his job? And he's walking out the door and saying goodbye to all of us? And he's now working full-time on his custom boat business that he's been building in the dark on the weekends while you've been drinking beers with your friends? What? Well, that's why it makes you jealous when you see him wave goodbye and walk out the door. Because when the people that you know do it, it means that you can't make excuses for why you can't do it. If you've been sitting next to Aaron at work for a year, you know there's no superpower or trust fund or upper hand. He just started working on it. And now he's quitting. And that makes you jealous. And that's why it had to be him. And I want to validate something. It's a good thing and it's normal to be upset as you see somebody's beautiful website, or as you watch your colleague walk out the door to a brand new life, or you step into your friend's beautiful new home. But if you're serious about being happier or healthier or more successful or achieving any of your goals, you got no time to be upset. And you can't afford to waste any more energy being jealous. You need to flip that energy because you have work to do. And these moments when they happen, even though they're good, they're really painful. And they're gonna happen to you in your life a lot. So I want you to get ready for it. Using the let them theory, you'll be able to recognize when comparison hits, and you'll understand that it's trying to teach you something. Jealousy is a doorway to your future that just cracks open. And it's your job to recognize when it happens and kick the door open and walk right through it. When you let other people lead the way, you'll realize that beneath all the fear and excuses and time that you've wasted, there's the life you've wanted all along. And right now, the only thing that's holding you back from taking control of your life are the excuses and the fears of what other people might think, or the emotions that you've been worried about and disappointing people and guilty. Everything we've been discussing throughout this entire time we've been spending together. This is where you get to go from trying to control what everyone else thinks, feels, and does. And you take your time and your energy and you now use it to create the single best chapter of your life. And this is so important, and it's such an opportunity for you. I'm going to give you one more example from my life.
Okay, before we go into that example, that was a lot to take in. Let me go to the chat real quick. Okay, so Jen said she's looking for a few restaurants because Tawana's coming to Boston next month. That's awesome. Paula says, nice, Jen. That'll be fun. Absolutely. Mia said it's only a sprinkle of vitamins. Oh, for the seasoning. So started me on my own research. That's amazing, girl. Jen said, I'm so excited to meet Tawana Michelle. That's amazing, honey. Paula says, that will be a fun meetup. Absolutely. Delilah says, that'll be so fun, Jen. I'm jealous of the travel. Oh, yes. Where are you guys meeting, Jen? I'm jelly. I want to meet Tawana and Kim J, too. Girl, I want to meet Kim J. Tawana's coming to Boston for a concert, and I live in Boston. Oh, you don't got to go very far. It's the Bobby Brown Group concert? Are they joining? They are going to, right, Jen? I don't know why I couldn't read that. Jen says, I don't think Kim is coming. She's coming with her sister and sister-in-laws. Okay. I gotta ask him about that. Yes, Mia, new edition, I think. Oh, yeah, because isn't that like her favorite group? Yes. Jen says, I'm just gonna squeeze in where I can. Yes, honey. Get in where you can fit in. Yeah, I mean, meet them someday. I know Kim J is going to Boston, but I mean, for the celebration this summer, I want to go. Hopefully meet a lot of you ladies. Oh, yeah. Take pictures, please. I want to meet Kim so bad. I know Dee Dee's having a meetup in July. I didn't know that. So you work at a Boston hospital. Pretty cool. My best friend in high school moved to Maine, and I rode the bus to visit her from Indiana. I got to go through, New York City on a bus. It was wild. I got to New York from a bus too, but I didn't go through New York. I just got dropped off on Times Square. But yeah, that's wild as an understatement. Paula said, did Dee Dee say where yet, Jen? Hold on. I thought Dee Dee's meetups were like a top secret place and stuff so crazy. Don't steal her. I don't blame her. I work outside of Boston in a trauma hospital. Oh, Jen. My smart lady, honey. Trauma hospital is no joke. I mean, that's funny. It makes sense. Mia's saying excited for you, Jen. Paula's asking Jen, are you a nurse? No, she's a pharmacist, sweetheart. I'm sure where she is. I got an email about a Zoom next week, but I'm working next week, so I will be asleep. And that's understandable. Yes, a pharmacist. I understand I live close to Dee Dee, but I think hers is going to be at some other state, last I heard. Okay, she talked about Vegas. Not sure if that was where she will be. Paul, I understand that you can't be too careful with people. Yeah, no, it's kind of scary to meet people in person. I'm still willing to like talk to people and like give people my phone number, but like to meet you in person, yeah, that's probably pretty scary. You don't really know who's gonna like pop up. Although this community happens to be incredible, amazing, excellent, superb, you never know. But back to Sandra's comment. I feel like I gotta sneeze. Anger can be a good thing. The emotions are not good or bad. The emotions are not good or bad, but how you react to them determines their value. Yes. That is what I try to say. That right there. When it comes to emotions, there's some people that'll say like emotions are not accurate. They're not 1,000% true. They come in waves. They'll be there one minute, they're not. They say not to trust your emotions, but then trust your gut. There's whole different things. But when you look at the major emotions, like anger, a lot of people do think of anger as one of those horrible emotions to have. Don't be an angry person. There's things like anger management. Obviously, we use anger as a coping mechanism 24/7. Absolutely. Me personally, I had two sides of like the parents. So my dad, I have been alive for 33 years. That man has never raised his voice at me. Baby, that's too loud, Mama. Thank you. But he's never raised his voice at me. He's never yelled at me. Never had an intimidating thing. Nothing. I never knew anger when it came to specifically men. But on the other end of the spectrum, there was my mom. And that was rage at its finest. And so I handled it better when it came to women. I did not know how to handle it when it came to men. So when I did meet my man, I just thought every man was easy breezy, just cool, calm as a cucumber until I met him. And I was like, I had like a freeze response when he was mad at me for the first time. Because I was like, whoa, like I've never had a grown man mad at me before. And it's in those moments that you realize, like, hey, there's some emotions that some of us don't even know how to deal with. Some people don't know how to deal with being bored, being too happy, excited, being sad. There's some people that don't even know how to express their emotions. But it's like Sandra, as you said, it's not that they're good or bad, it's how you react to them. And when you kind of study behavior for quite a while, you'll know, and in a weird sense, you'll know how people kind of are by how they react to certain emotions. How do you react? Like for me, I react to fear and I freeze. I don't know how to deal with it. I've worked through it now, yeah, because I was thinking like, oh my gosh, you're so mad. I have to go hide, do this. Like I have to make up for what you're mad about. But then, he's the one that taught me like, it's okay to be mad. It's okay. It's okay to have ugly emotions like jealousy, even hate. But it's how you deal with it. Like, what are you going to do with it now? Are you going to let it consume you? Are you going to try to push past it? Are you going to ignore it? How you react to it is a huge part, because how you keep reacting to it becomes either a coping skill or an actual behavior. And that's why, like I said in my last live yesterday, we're trying to build better, not only habits, to better behaviors, and then it becomes automatic, an automatic good behavior. Like she was talking about weight loss in that portion. I get people who ask me, how did you lose over 100 and something pounds? It was the discipline, the consistency, the behind closed doors. I'm not getting a congratulations every time I track my food, every time I weigh my food. There's no, confetti that goes off every time I do that. I do it for me. And it becomes something that I do it so much that I don't think about it anymore. Just like when before you leave your house, what do you get? What's your automatics? Do you get your keys? Do you get sunglasses? Do you get your sunscreen? What do you do? That's the goal. That's what we're trying to strive for. Absolutely, my bad. Another tangent. Where did I leave off? Oh, okay, I left off right here. I think Vegas was out because of the summer weather. Oh, I went to Vegas one time when it was in the summer. I thought I knew about like California dry heat. That's a desert. That was disgusting. That was horrible. I do understand that Mia. She doesn't want any crazies showing up. That's what Paula said. Yeah, absolutely. Paula says, yeah, it's hot in Vegas in July. Mia says, yeah, that's going to melt as hot flash women right in Vegas. Oh, I didn't even think about that, honey. And she's laughing at you, Mia. I only laugh because I'm one of them. Oh my god, doesn't Dee Dee have a shirt that says I'm a hot girl, it just comes in flashes or something like that? I thought that was cute. I do plan on going to the meetup, but just let me know where. I don't want to know how the sausage is made. I believe that's what the Zoom is about. Girl, I have no idea what you're talking about. The sausage, honey. Mia says, I do think our emotions overtake us. I had sadness be my way of life, and I never had happy things to say or talk about. It was all, yep, and wish not being around anymore. Really glad. And yeah, I think too, like, when you do go through, especially diagnoses when it comes to mental illness, specifically like when you are diagnosed with depression, like I've been diagnosed for decades, and I mean decades, to the point where like I was comfortable in sadness. Even till this day, I'm comfortable with sad music, sad movies. That's comfortable for me. And a lot of people, that's uncomfortable. They're like, ew, why are you so comfortable with the sadness? When you've lived there for so long, it becomes your home, in a sense. I didn't realize that sadness was my home. It wasn't until I started finding things that would make me happy, and then happiness was uncomfortable, but you have to push past it. Because you know in your head what's healthy and what's really not. And if you don't, then that's where you need the help. That's where you get professional help. Because I'm not a therapist. I've seen many therapists. I've seen many different types of therapists. And it's kind of whatever works for you, because like she said, it's hard to look at yourself in the mirror, but sometimes you have to do it. Not just for a physical check, but for you up here. How are you doing? And even if you talk to yourself in like the third person, like, how is Mia doing today? A lot of people don't look at themselves because you have to take accountability for the things that you are and the things that you do and the behaviors that you created. To take accountability, now that's a strong person. To take accountability, now that's a powerful person. That's the better person. You can take accountability. Absolutely. We all run from it for some reason because it doesn't feel good to be the bad person. And a lot of us don't mean for it. When you finally do it, yes, you become much better. Yes, I learned to embrace what blesses me. Yes, because that's the Mama, I know you're having fun, but sorry, she's living her best life. Okay, I strive to be like her 24/7. But it is what blesses you when you become a spiritual person or somebody of faith. The world opens up in such beauty, in such love. When I tell you there's a lot of people who have saved me from myself, but God really saved me from me. Yes. You embrace it, absolutely. Mia says, letting myself love an animal again really broke me open. Yes, I had anything I loved took away from me, but by doing, I had everything I loved took away from me by my doings or helping others. And that is unfortunate. When you are a giving person, a caring person, and you're willing just to give and give and give. And a lot of people give and they don't have nothing to give, but they're still giving. You know, they may be in the worst state of their lives. They might give as a distraction to distract themselves from what's going on within, from what's going on physically, mentally, financially. I've done that too many times. I'll give anybody anything. But now you got to check in with yourself, and it's like, do I have something to give today, though? Because when you're in faith, too, that, you know, if you follow the Lord as close as you can, they tell you to be live your life as close as possible to Jesus. He was the perfect being, though. It's tough, but that is our comparison. That is our teacher. You know, I was talking to my daughter's therapist, and he was like, you'll meet people that will talk about the horrible side of their life journey over and over and over again. What if Jesus did? What if all he talked about was his crucifixion? What if all he talked about was the pain of being on the cross? We wouldn't have wanted to listen. It was the reasoning behind the pain. It was the getting through. It was looking up at his Father and telling him, I know what they're doing to me is horrendous, but please forgive them for they do not know. That's the power of that. That's what we strive to be like. I do not know the Bible fact by fact in tat for tat, but it's a learning process. Absolutely. Yes. Paula says, I'm sorry to hear that, Mia. I'm glad you found a pet to help you heal. Yeah. And a lot of people, I looked at the studies of like why people tend to be, what do they call, like, fur mommies, fur daddies, like they like have fur babies. It's because animals do love you unconditionally. They don't have a second thought when it comes to you. Once they love you, and that's it. They don't have anything to tell you. They can't really communicate with you like a human can, but they give you that same love. And they don't rebuttal it. They're just there for you because you're there for them, and it's pure innocence. And I'm glad you could open your heart back up to that innocence of it all. Because I know it's hard to open your heart up to humanity. Humans are too complex. We got a lot going on at all times. But I'm glad that's the first step. Absolutely. Apollo says life can throw some curveballs at us. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why you have to be prepared. I mean, you don't always have to prepare, even if you are unprepared. It's how you build better habits to react to it all. If you still have the same reaction as you did as a teenager, you never grew. There's some people who are stunted at their growth. There are some people because trauma stunted them. Something happened to stunt them. Whether they started to do something they weren't supposed to, that stunts your brain too. But the brain is such a beautiful thing. It keeps growing, keeps going. You can always learn. The people who refuse to learn are never going to grow. You can heal within yourself. If you can find the things to heal you, it's just like the discipline part. You have to try certain things, at least try. Obviously, yeah. Sorry, I want another tangent. Delilah says, I lived in Vegas during the winter and summer. It was the worst weather on the planet. The cold was bone chilling, and there was, but it was something else. I'm so sorry. Yes, so Mia says, yes, so when I came home to that pet died, I didn't go to work for days because I was devastated. Yes, absolutely. Because you lost something so innocent. Something so pure. I was devastated when my dog died too, for sure. Because they don't want anything from you but you. And that's beautiful. I'm sorry you had to go through that. And that's grieving. And if anybody ever tells you can't grieve a pet, they have their own journey to go on. I'm sorry you went through it, but I am glad you did open up your heart to that innocence again. Paula said, "Oh no, your pet died." Yeah, she was just saying that. Mia said, "Yes, I was a hateful crybaby mess, but this past spring, but I got a rescue cat to help me heal, and that's wonderful. That's beautiful." Delilah, I can't say that. Oh my gosh, I feel like I got like a burp right here. I'm so sorry if I keep like pausing. Sadness, anger, when you get used to those feelings, it's all you know, and you live for so long. You don't feel uncomfortable when happiness. Oh, you do feel uncomfortable when happiness comes around. Excitement comes around. Joy, you forget about it. Yeah, I think I got the gist of that. But yes, if that's the only emotion that you're gonna allow, and you're gonna hold on to and keep to, yeah, everything else becomes uncomfortable, and you just don't, or you forget it. They say in like, what is it? There's certain mental things you go through. It's almost like the cancer of the mind. You can't see it, but it spreads. And the brain is the most important part of all of us. It's what controls all of us. A lot of us want to become physically healthy, and of course, physically you're going to stay here longer. But you're mental. If you're mentally not okay, you're not going to care about your physical body, which is what a lot of us went through and how a lot of us got to the highest weight we've ever been. Yes, of course. But it's when we heal that emotional side, when we heal that mental side of us, that's where you start becoming motivated. And then put it a step further is where you become disciplined. And then it just becomes automatic after that, and you don't even think about it. It's wonderful. Yes, thank you, Delilah, for saying that, my dear. Paula says, Delilah, it's just a dry heat in Vegas. Yeah, it's super dry. Paula says, I'm glad you have a cat now, Mia. Absolutely. Paula being 300 pounds and never knowing heat before. The hottest it gets in my hometown is 70. Yeah. California doesn't get very hot at all. Ugh. Especially being heavier in those kind of states. No, man. I grew up in Arkansas, Delilah. We have that hot, humid, sticky heat like Texas. I thought I knew humidity until I went to New Jersey. When I tell you it's the nastiest thing, I went outside and I was like, why is the air so heavy? Like, I can't breathe. Like, the air feels like it weighs a lot. And my brother-in-law was like, that's humidity. And I was like, yuck, I'm not going outside. And it was raining. And it was hot. Like, that made no sense. Yeah, 70-degree weather is California, right? Yep. Oh my gosh. Mia says, I went to Phoenix as a kid, and frying an egg on a sidewalk is crazy. Ugh! I know you're excited. I did like the less humid deserts, and it all, as Dee Dee would say. Oh, okay. I was like, in all. Yes, no, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, my daughter is screaming too hard. Are you Northern California? Envy to the ocean. You're Northern California? Envy to the ocean. Oh, I know you were Northern California. Very true. Southern California, we are very close to the ocean. The desert of it all. Yeah. Oh my God, is that Kim J all day, honey? Hello, honey, how are you? We were just all in the chat talking about how we all wanted to meet you, honey, because you are that girl, honey. Yes. But I want to meet you first because that's my girl. Mia said, Pammy putting out a beautiful video today of the ocean. Oh. Hi, Kim. Hi, Paula. Let's see. Kitty Cakes, I just was gonna say I want to meet you someday. Yes. Are you guys doing another game night tomorrow? We're gonna do it not this week, next week. So it's the second week and the fourth week of each month. So it'll be like week 1, no game. Week 2, my channel. Week 3, no game. Week 4, Kim J's channel. So be ready for that because we have prizes, honey. Yes. Kim J says, oh, hi, Mia, sweetheart. Yes, hopefully we get to meet someday. Yes. And if you meet her before me, Mia, take a picture, sweetheart. Oh. Paula says what you have to say is so truthfully. I appreciate that, honey. I appreciate that. Delilah, sorry, talk to text, not sure about. It's about allowing, it's just the other things you never knew. Oh, okay. That's totally fine. I know talk to text is kind of tricky. No, I think I got the gist of it, but thank you, sweetheart. I know you understand. Out of a lot of people, you truly do understand. Mia, for Sunday, it'll be January 25th, 2026 on my channel, and it'll be on my channel's. Yeah, her 1-year anniversary is on that. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'm sorry. The January 25th of 2025 is Kim J's YouTube-versary. 1 year on YouTube. So we are going to party. There is going to be gifts to be had. And we are going to have a ball, honey. We are going to have a ball. Yes. Kim J says, click that like button to show Felicia Marie B some love, honey. Yes. Oh my, yay! It's Reset with Anissa, honey. How are you? Because I choose to reset with Anissa every time. I love Anissa so much. I just do. I don't know. You're a sweetheart. You're everything. How are you? Hello, everybody from Anissa, honey. Yes. She is a wonderful. Kim J says, hi, Anissa. And she says, hi, Kim J. She says, say less. When are we meeting up, honey? We can meet up any day, any time, okay? We can meet up yesterday. We have prize. Oh, yeah, we have a prize, not prizes. Unless we gotta show up to see. Yes. I don't know. We might have prizes. We might have a prize. But you gotta be there to figure it out. Because our first ever winner was Miss Ellie Naturally. She was our first ever winner, okay? Now, you guys can be our second ever winner. And it's like not like who's first, who's second, but like I'm going to remember at all times who won the most, honey. Yes. Who is winning these prizes, honey? Yes. And this is a thank you, Felicia Marie, and you're welcome. Love Anissa, honey. Love Anissa. Sorry. Oh, yeah. January 25th of 2026, because 2025 is when I started. It's a whole new year. It's a whole new year. Paula says, hi, Anissa. I love you, my dear. And I'm so sorry, Anissa. I keep saying this, and that makes me feel like I'm saying I love you so much, and I haven't been over to your channel. These YouTube streets have been deep, honey. I have been ripping and running these streets like I just live in these streets, which I feel like I do. Okay? Come to B Avenue, okay? That's where I'm at. But I'm also ripping and running through all of these people. I will be there for you, Anissa, okay? I am going to be there. Absolutely. Okay. So that was our last comment. I'm going to press play. I'm going to scoot you this way because I have to change my daughter. But I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be listening. I just have to change her, honey. Kim J, we still love you, Anissa. Your stop is next. Yes, we gotta get to Reset Avenue, okay? It's just we're down the boulevard right now, okay? We just gotta get to Reset Avenue. Who did I catch up on? I caught up on Burn After Reading. I was on Burn After Boulevard, and then I went to Sweet Tea Avenue because I had to catch up on her videos. And then I went to Lori Lane on GLP1 Lori Review. GLP1 and Review. And then I was at Paul Amadeus Lane. Okay, I have been in these streets. Look at Anissa. I have been working to put out 2 videos last Sunday, new video tomorrow, so you haven't missed a thing. Okay. I'm going to be there. I'm going to reset with Anissa Avenue, okay? I'm going to be there, sweetheart. Don't worry. Okay, I'm going to press play. Like I said, I'm going to go change my daughter. So I'll be here, but I'll be like over there, okay?
And as I tell you this story, I want you to think of something that you really want to create in your life. A goal or a dream that you have. Something that you see other people doing and you're jealous. And I want you to hold that in your heart as you listen to this story that I'm about to tell you. Because again, it's normal to compare yourself to other people. Jealousy is a really important and very misunderstood emotion. And as you listen to this story from my life and how jealousy took over and what it was trying to teach me and what I did with the lesson, I want you to think about your own experience right now and what your jealousy is trying to teach you and what you can do with it. So the point of the story is that it's not always obvious what your jealousy is trying to teach you exactly. But if you're willing to dig in, holy smokes, your future is calling. So remember how I told you that when I was 41 years old, my husband and I hit rock bottom? We were $800,000 in debt. His restaurant was failing. The liens hit the house. We could barely put groceries on the table. And my whole life started to spiral out of control. Well, during this time, I had a friend who was doing a huge house renovation. And this is a person I love, like one of my favorite people. And every time we went out to lunch or on a walk, all I wanted to do was hear all about the renovations and see all of the photos of the progress. It was so fun to follow along. It was such an awesome distraction in the moment to be living in her life and seeing this dream come out. However, every time I left and I went back to our house and I saw all the bills on the counter, I just felt discouraged and sad and stuck. I mean, compared to where she and her husband were financially and us, I mean, it was really kind of demoralizing. And I'll never forget the day that Chris and I pulled up to their house, and it had this long winding driveway. The renovations were complete. And oh my God, my mouth dropped to the floor. The house was stunning, like cover of a magazine stunning. And as my friend led a bunch of us on a tour, I found myself going down that comparison spiral. How the heck do they have so much money? I was so jealous. And on one hand, I was so happy for her, but I was also so insanely jealous. Have you ever felt that way? Where you just love this person? And I did, and they deserved it. I mean, she and her husband had both worked so hard for years. They had earned every right to build this, to talk about it, to be proud of it, to show it off, to just enjoy it. And at the same time, it just, you feel so inferior. And I knew this deep down, but I didn't know how to genuinely feel happy for my friend without feeling insanely jealous and so much like a failure at the same time. And then she swung open the doors to this fantastic playroom, and I almost combusted. This is the upstairs playloft with the pool table and hangout area for the kids to enjoy now, and when they're older, responsibly with their friends. And with that, she gave us a wink, and we all laughed. And then here is a bunk room for all the kiddos and their friends to have sleepovers in. And my kids love it so much, they don't even want to sleep in their own rooms now. My jaw dropped. I thought, no wonder my kids always wanted to go to my friend's house and never wanted to host friends at ours. I mean, queen-size bunk beds, a playroom above the garage. Hello. This is a kid's dream. And it had also been my dream, because I had always wanted to be the house where all the kids hung out too. And it was right about this point that I was ready to go downstairs, steal a bottle of wine, and then go right back into that playroom, crawl into one of those queen-size beds, and never come out. That's how sorry I felt for myself. And you know what else I felt? I felt like such a horrible person for letting my jealousy take over. Have you ever felt that way? Your friend gets engaged and gets this amazing ring, or your brother takes his family on an incredible vacation, and you want to be happy for them. You love them. They deserve this. They've worked hard to have these things, and yet you just wish it was you. As the night went on, I just tried to push this pit in my stomach down. I tried to act like it didn't bother me. I tried to have a good time, but it did bother me. And once I got into that car with my poor husband, Chris, and we were on our way home, I didn't have to stifle the jealousy anymore. So I erupted. And like a typical 8-year-old, I had a full-blown tantrum in front of him. We're never going to have a house like that. Why did you have to go into the restaurant business? And then I started crying. Chris didn't know what to say, so we drove home in silence. Now, I can share this story with such detail because Chris and I have unpacked this moment in marriage counseling so many times, like for real. I wish I were kidding. It would be easy to think that this story was just about a house, right? That Mel was jealous that she couldn't build her dream house. But here's what's interesting. This isn't a story about a house. The truth that I needed to discover was so much deeper. Comparing myself to my friend and the jealousy and the anger that I was feeling, it was teaching me a life-changing lesson. See, I wasn't mad at her. I wasn't even mad at my husband. I was mad at myself because I had given up on my own ambition. I had been counting on my husband being the one that was successful. I had made it his responsibility to provide us with the financial success so we could have the things that I wanted in life. The truth is, your life is your responsibility. If you want financial success, it's your responsibility to create it. If you want a house that has clean bunk beds and a renovated kitchen, it's your responsibility to work for it. Not your parents, not your partners, not your adult children's. Your responsibility to work for it and pay for it. I had been avoiding that responsibility for a decade. And this experience forced me to take a hard look in the mirror and be brutally honest with myself about what I wanted. Jealousy was in fact a message for my future self. And seeing my friend win allowed me to see the bigger possibilities for me, that maybe I could win too. And so I kicked the door wide open and I got to work. And I'm not special. I just did what I had been unwilling to do before. I got consistent, determined, and I was willing to work for what I wanted. And I started putting in the reps. Now, there's that famous saying that your life changes overnight. It's true. It just takes you 15 years to get to that night. And that's what it took me. It took me 15 years to go from being 800 grand and liens on my house and unemployed. 15 hard years of work, of getting out of bed and pushing myself forward, step by step, day by day, week by week, especially when I didn't want to. And those 15 years, that's what it took to get my queen-size bunk beds. But I did it, and so can you. See, the let them theory will help you dig deep and get to the truth of what jealousy is trying to teach you and where you have let yourself down. Because if all you ever do is stay on the surface and you waste your time and your energy getting consumed with comparison and jealousy, you spend it all looking at other people and on things that are beyond your control, you will never discover the deeper meaning and possibilities that are uniquely yours in life. You have a beautiful and amazing life to live. You have potential beyond your wildest imagination. You are not limited by where you are right now, or the circumstances you're facing, or the aspects of your life that you believe are limitations. Absolutely. If you can be honest with yourself about what you truly want and take responsibility for creating it, you will. You don't have to be special. You just have to get up every day, put one foot in front of the other, and work hard to do a little better and be a little better than you were yesterday. And one of these days, you are going to wake up and realize that you not only changed yourself, but you are now in the middle of living the life you were once jealous of. So let's summarize what you've learned about overcoming chronic comparison. Up until now, you've been allowing other people's success to paralyze you. The let them theory teaches you to let others have their success and use it as inspiration to build the life you want. I'm going to highlight the problem. See, the problem is when you focus on how unfair life seems and you constantly compare yourself to other people, you're wasting your time and energy on things that are beyond your control. You're letting other people's success paralyze you, and that leaves you stuck and feeling behind and frustrated. Now, this mindset is just fueling procrastination and your perfectionism, and that prevents you from taking action to create your own success. Here's the truth. There will always be someone who is luckier or who has what you want, is further along, or achieves success more quickly than you do. The tendency to compare yourself to other people, it's normal. But when it consumes your thoughts and it undermines your confidence and motivation, it's a problem. You can't control the success of others, but you can control how you respond to it. The solution? Use the let them theory. Stop torturing yourself and use comparison to your advantage. Let them have their success and leverage it to fuel your own journey. Other people's success is evidence that you can do it too. And by turning inspiration into action, you begin to build the extraordinary life you deserve. When you say let them, you learn from other people's success and you let them lead the way. When you say let me, you focus on playing the cards in your hand, turning inspiration into action, and winning by playing with others, not against them. It's time to play your hand and win the game of life. All right. I feel like I should give both of us.
Woohoo! Yes, and that is the end of chapter 10, honey. Oh, that was beautiful all the way to the end. There's like 3 minutes left, but I think she's just going to go on about the next chapter. Sorry. But yes, that was wonderful. That was everything to take in and everything in between. I'm just trying to see the next chapter. Okay. That was wonderful. We just gotta win. Be better. It's literally what she said. When I tell you I've never read this book before, I'm reading it with you guys. Each chapter that goes by, I'm with you. This is it. Like, I know a lot. Not a lot, but I know more than the average person about emotions because I've dealt with a lot of my emotions. Like, she was talking about how she went to couples therapy, tried it one time, and they told us that, like, hey, or the specific therapist told us, you guys need to do individual. As great as it is to do, like, couples therapy, a lot of the issues lie within just yourself. And I was like, oh, I thought you were going to try to, like, help both of us. And it's like, no, you guys have your own individual things to go through. He processes things different than you process things. He has different diagnoses than you do. So it's more important that, no comparison or nothing. You have to be on your own journey. And once you truly have, or an active healing, because we are in active healing right now. If you're in active weight loss, in active glucose control, you're in active healing. And when you get down to maintenance, you are a thriver, a survivor of either obesity or the comorbidities that were against you. Like, I was talking to somebody the other day that, like, all of our comorbidities, yeah, they were meant to not have us here anymore. But we are survivors, honey. We are thrivers. And most importantly, we are healing. Now let's heal. We all have the studies, and we all have the channels, and we all have the help. Hopefully you guys are, looking at those channels. Hopefully you guys are, taking in what people are saying. Of course, take not everything, but take what you can manage, what's sustainable to you. But never forget that it all stems from here. You could say you want to drink all the water in the world. You can say you want to eat all the protein you need to. You can say you want to exercise as much as you want. But up here is what's going to move your physical body. That's why I am so passionate about here. Because I will always be in active mental healing. Always. That's never going to leave me. And whether that have been past traumas, whether that have been things that I didn't even know I was doing over and over again that became automatic. I'm always actively healing the mind. Because my body wouldn't be where it is today if my mind was not healed. I just want that for everybody. I want it so badly for everybody. And that's my own thing I deal with too. I can't save everybody. But I can help people with just the words I speak. And I've done enough. And I can keep, of course, doing more. I just want you guys to heal here. The medicine's going to do what it's going to do, and I always say that. But when you look at people who are successful in their journeys, whether that be no more inflammation, no more hypertension, full reversal of their diabetes, to the point where they're not even obese anymore. I didn't think I could live a life without being morbidly obese, and I'm still morbidly obese, but I see my future. I see it's bright, it's willing, it's just, I have to get to there. Now I've built the discipline to get to there. Now it's just a waiting game. Stay consistent, do the boring. Have it over and over again, so it's not even boring anymore. This is who I am. I'm a 12K a day stepping girl. Not me personally, I do 7K. But you could be like, I'm a veggie only, I'm a whole food only girl. Or sir, you know what I mean? I just say girl because it's my universal term, okay? Or he could be a mentally healing girly, okay? As long as it's all healthy at the end of the day, please, just heal the mind. Heal the mind, honey. Heal the mind. Yes. Oh my gosh. My throat is not having it with me today. One of my husband's friends came over, and I think he was sick. And now I'm like, ugh. It's fine. He didn't deal with the sickness better. I'm not a big baby when I'm sick, so I'm like, oh, all right. I'll take it. Where did I leave off at? Oh, Kim just says, we'll catch up. I was a little burned out ripping and running through these YouTube streets. Can we talk about that sometimes? Oh my gosh. The burnout of the YouTubes, I guess, sometimes I get burnt out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love supporting everybody. I do. And that's a part of me where I'm just like, man, I love you guys, okay? Let me get to you right now, immediately. But there is a burnout, too, where you're like, oh my gosh, there's only so much I can hear about GLP-1. Let me look at something that I used to look at, which now I've made it a thing to myself. On Sundays, if you see me in a live, I'm not as burned out. If you don't see me in a live or a video, that's my day to kind of go back to the things I used to watch. Sundays are like, let me watch my live stream church, because I don't go to a physical church. I've tried to go to church with my kids, but unfortunately some churches don't understand children that have needs. And my daughter, you can hear her, she gets excited. She loves singing, and, she gets a little louder than normal. Everyone's constantly trying to shush her, and I'm just like, look, I'm her mama. Only I can shush her, okay? Not even her daddy can shush her, okay? So I do I watch a live stream of my church service, and I'm like, yes, let me reconnect. Let me get to that. Let me watch all the stuff I used to watch before I started becoming a content creator. And that's healing in itself, right? Like, to reset. Yes, because I just saw it right now. Yes, it is time to reset for sure. Honestly, you have one of the greatest channel names, because I'll be like, man, I need to reset my calories. I need to reset my mentality. I need to reset. I woke up funky today. Let me reset that. And I always think, Anissa, every time. Delilah says, hey, Kim and Anissa. Paula says, so good. Oh, thank you, honey. Mia says, I really enjoy your thoughts and commentary on this book, Queen. When I tell you that means everything from here, I thank you. I thank any of you guys that like coming to hear me talk. I just like to connect. I just like to, at the end of the day, I like to make people feel good in any way they can, okay? That's the reason why I did become a hairstylist. I wanted to make people feel good, mentally. Oh, you need help? Sorry, my daughter needs help. I don't know how you have 2 tabs open at the same time. Oh, there you go. Sorry. But, I wanted people to look good, feel good, and then I went into caregiving because I wanted to help you physically feel good in your ailments. So, yeah. And then part of me, I always say I want to become a nurse, but I've recently had a couple of people tell me, hey, you should become some kind of like something in psychology. There's a part of me that wants to heal people up here. Okay. So, I have my own work to do. Yes. Journey of Life said that was so good. Thanks, Felicia. Of course, honey. Absolutely. Journey says, hey, Anissa. Hey, Kim J. Hello from Miss Journey, honey. Yes. Kim says, hey, Journey. Kim J says, hi, Delilah. LOL, I was going to say 12,000. Wow. 12,000 what? My mind, I'm so sorry. I have like terrible short-term memory, but my long-term memory, I'm going to get off this live and then I'm going to realize, oh, that's what she meant. I don't know where my short-term memory went. Yes, we are doing well. Thank God. We're finding ways to improve our health and praise God. I was talking about faith earlier, Kim. It is really like a different strategy, different way of life when you have God with you. A lot of things are healed through that. Of course, He has you do the work too. That's why He puts you to the test. But like, I tell you, I can close my eyes and I can just cry thinking about how much I really do love God. Like, everything. I could feel it. I think that's like, me and Kim were talking about, like, one of the emotions that is the hardest to actually describe, because it's actually not a real emotion, is hope. Hope is not something that you could just say that, it's hard to describe, and it's hard to describe that, and it also ties in with faith. How do you explain faith to somebody who does not understand faith? How do you explain the word hope to somebody who does not understand that? It's tough. It's easy to explain sadness. You feel deep, you feel dark, you feel like you just don't feel anything. It's easy to explain anger. You're overwhelmed. Everything's all at you at once. But hope and faith, the most gentle words ever created, and they are so, so powerful. So powerful. Journey says, I am a whatever steps I get in a day girly. And if that works for you, then be that girly, honey. As long as you are okay with it up here, if you like it, I love it. And that's all that is to it. That's how my mentality is with everybody. If you tell me I eat popcorn every single day, if you like it, I love it for you. Who am I? Girl? Yes. She said, LOL, Journey. And Journey's laughing. Paula said, amen to that, honey, okay? And if you like it, Paula, I love it, okay? As long as it's okay with you up here, I'm okay with that, okay? Journey says, I love supporting everybody too, but it's very hard to keep up with everyone. And people not getting butthurt that we didn't make it to their lives. Okay? Or watch their videos. I have a household to run. That's all the tea right there, okay? I'm glad somebody said it. Ugh. That's why I tell you guys, it's okay. If you guys do not have time, I know I make long form content. I know my videos are very long. And I talk real slow in my videos, and that's that California Stoner accent I have, okay? I get it. If you don't make it and you come back, thank you for even being there. When I tell you, I am honored. I am honored because you guys could be anywhere. All 12 people could be anywhere. I am honored that you are here. I am not used to the spotlight being on me at all. I'm used to being that supporter. I'm used to being on the bedside with everybody. I'm used to being like, you're in pain. I'm your Band-Aid. Okay? So the fact that some people even talk to me or like support me, woo girl. Yes. Low Carb Queens is still here. Had a call. I appreciate you for still being here, Queen. I don't mind. Take that call, honey. You got calls to make, people to talk to, and that is life. That is okay, sweetheart. When I tell you I'm not an offended person, you can't offend me unless you come at me and fully tell me, like, hey, I think you're a B word. Trust and believe. I'll still understand you. I'll still be like, okay, well, we could talk about it if you want. Or we don't. If you like it, sweetheart, I love it, okay? It's okay. It's never going to really offend me. So, of course, go ahead, sweetheart. Mama, too loud, baby. Too loud. You put the 13, Mama? 13. Tina, remote. Remote. 13, Mama, 13. Thank you, baby. I'm trying to teach her how to lower the TV down. Is that Z? Hello, beautiful queen in chat. Just want to jump in real quick and say hi. Trying to get some errands in today. And that's okay. I hope you have wonderful errands. I hope you get all of your errands done. I hope they come out splendid, on time. I hope it's excellent. Whatever you're doing today, sweetheart, thank you for just being here. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Kim just says, love and supporting, but it does become a lot when trying to keep up, fully engaged. When it's so many of us, plus other non-GLP-1 stuff, and then creating content, life, fan, not in all that order. Exactly. I know you guys have a huge understanding when it comes to me, because most of you guys do know I have children. I have a dad I take care of. You know, my children have special needs. My husband, you know, I gotta be a wife at the end of the day too. And I try to be a friend. And I try to be just everything in between, you know what I mean? But that goes for all of us. All of us. This is mostly like a women-dominated space. And a lot of the daily things to happen to fall on women. You know, it's just the way society kind of is. So, I understand. We completely understand. As long as we give each other that type of grace, that type of love. Give us that type of love. Like, look, I haven't been there, but I just wanted to be honest with Anissa and be like, girl, I haven't been there, but don't you ever forget. I love you, girl. That goes for a lot of the creators on here. I love you guys. I love you guys because you are that family. You are that everything that it was before it was me, you know? Like, love you guys. Low Carb Queen says, my daughter is 32 and just returned to school last year for nursing. Yes. Yeah, I was talking to that about somebody and they're like, look, you're really young and you can go back. And like, I've always wanted to become a nurse. I have a huge respect for registered nurses. Huge. So I was going to get my licensing for nursing and then go to the registered nursing. But there is a part of me that feels like I do want to help people in the psychology type. Like, I don't want to be a psych nurse because I've worked in psychiatric places as a CNA. Not fun, and actually extremely terrifying. Some of the most terrifying experiences I've had were in skilled homes that were mostly for people with psychiatric issues. Did I know how to deal with it? Yeah, that's why I know how to deal with a lot of different people, and I don't get offended by things. But there is a huge part of me that just wants to help people here, because it all starts up here. So I got my work to do. Who knows? I still might be a nurse. She said, dang it, Johnny, always keeping it real, calling people on their BS, honey. Yes, give her flowers, honey. Give her flowers, because she said it. I was always like, oh, should I say it? But, honey, I'm glad you said it, because I will fully support you, okay? Mia says, yes, it's super chill, and it's not GLP-1 medication overload here that helps you talk on personal. Yes. And I'm very grateful for Delilah for creating the book club, because it's not just, we could have done GLP-1 books. We could have done weight loss books. These are self-help books. And that's why I'm so honored to be a part of that. I am really honored to be a part of the book club. He trusted me enough to be like, hey, mentally you're good here. So we can talk about serious topics. She trusted me enough to hold your guys' emotions and know that I wasn't just going to drop them. That I was going to go through each and every one of them and confide in you. I love that. Thank you. Good for her, low carb queen. Absolutely. Good for her. And you tell your daughter she's incredible, amazing, and she's going to be fantastic as a nurse. Don't let anything ever get down to her. The burnout. Just do what you intended to do, which is care for others. Never lose that. Paula says, I agree, Journey. So glad I heard Delilah talk about Felicia's channel. It is a kiss from God. Oh my God. You guys are going to make me act out right now. Oh yeah. I have never in my life had somebody tell me I was a kiss from God. I don't know how to take it. Oh, that is everything. Oh my gosh, thank you, Paula. As you can tell, I don't know how to take compliments, but thank you. That's how much as I can say it to you. I'm still working on my own self, okay? Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Are you okay? See, my daughter's acting out too. Oh my God. Journey says, sorry, amiga, you know me, I can't. Hey, you said it, and I love it, okay? And I love people who are unapologetically them and unapologetically honest. That's why I love my children. With autism, they're just honest by default. And it is just so refreshing to be like, woo, you really called me out on my stuff today. And I'll do better. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? You said it. I gotta do it now. Love it. Love the honesty. Low Carb Queen says, hope is being positive against all odds. And that's on period, honey. Let me write that down. Hope is being positive against all odds. And that's on period. Or as sometimes Kim J says, and that's on exclamation point, honey. Yes, queen. Oh my gosh. And that's why she is Pastor Kim's Corner. If you have never seen Low Carb Queen's other channel and you are a person of faith, go to Pastor Kim's Corner. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wonderful. Incredible pastor. And that's on everything. Oh, okay. Kim J says, yes, Bookie Pie. I heard some of what you said about Jesus. I was in content creating mode. Oh, okay. But you know I will catch a replay for the part I missed. And I love you down for that. And I love you forever for that. Absolutely. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh my God. I'm feeling the love. Support doesn't always look like being completely 100% always active on a channel. It's praying for them, wishing them well, and letting them know when they are really truly needed you, or when they really truly need you there. When they really truly need you, you're there. Gosh, I can't read. But yes, Delilah. Yes. If you need somebody, I am there. And that goes for everybody I guarantee you, if Low Carb Queen were to send Journey an email, Journey would be there in a second. If Nicole sent an email to Paula, Paula would be there in a second. That's the beauty of support. That's the beauty of all of this. And some of you guys aren't even content creators, and you're still there for support. As long as we know we have other lives. Some people have completely other lives. Multiple different lives. It's okay. We're there when you need you at all times, the most, or even just sometimes. Yes. Oh, I love this. Nicole says, I'm still here. I've just been listening. Absolutely. And we understand that too. You're healing, my dear. You're healing through physical pain. And we understand. And we will continue to pray for you and your physical pain. Okay, honey? I pray that every single moment that passes, that you heal faster and faster. Absolutely. Thank you for still being here. No need to SU, amiga. Never stop calling it out. Yes, sugarcoat it, honey. Maybe one day they'll understand. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. I don't know. I always have like that, not like fear, but I don't want people to see me as like somebody who's demanding or like kind of like, pushy. Because people do see me as a really kind person, but kind people can be pretty, put their foot down too. I'm just always like, ooh, do they want to hear it or not? That's where I always teeter on. Like, do they really want to hear that, or do they not? But I gotta get out of my own head sometimes and be like, look, it's what it is. Nicole says, me too, Journey. Journey says, I gotta go get my eyebrows and shave my face. Absolutely. I gotta do the same tonight. Mustache and hop in the shower, lather up with all the softness because Boss Baby is napping and I'm finally able. I'll be having some of my tea and enjoy it. Shave every hair off your body if you have to. Just enjoy yourself, okay? Enjoy you time. Not your mommy time, but your journey time, okay? I hope it's fabulous. I hope it's wonderful. I hope it's everything. Yes. Enjoy you, honey. Absolutely. Yes, Journey. Do you, sugar. You and your family first, honey. Absolutely. Kim says, true, Delilah. Hold on one second, now. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Good job, Non. Sorry, my son wanted me to know his accomplishments that he had in his video game. So excited. So I said, okay, I'm here. Oh, excuse me. I gotta sneeze. Oh, it's Cookie. She said, hi, B. Hi, chat. Hi, how are you doing, Cookie, honey? I love you. I missed you, honey. Hello, everybody from Miss Cookie J. Yes. Kim J says, hi, Cookie. That part, Kim J. Yes. Cookie saying hi to Kim J. Yes, Paula. I love Delilah's channel too. That's my girl. Yes. I gotta sneeze. Sorry. Hey, Cookie. This is Low Card Queen. She's saying hello, Low Card Queen. Delilah says, I want my channel to grow, of course, but I refuse to turn into an algorithm soldier. That's a good way to put it. I need to be me and true to my peeps is what it is. And if it means it suffers, so be it. And that's your prerogative at the end of the day. Is it easy? And let's be really real. Is it easy to pump out the rinse and repeat? Yes. Can I show you guys how much protein and what snacks to eat every day? Yeah. Can I show you what the scale looks like every single day? Yeah. But we are way more than that. Way more. We are way more than the scale. We are way more than the foods we have. We are way more than that. It's how do we get to the choices we make about the foods? How did those choices affect the scale? How do those choices affect the scale that's affecting you mentally? Because it all comes back to you. It's what it is. So yeah, that's why I adore Delilah when she does with her channel. Because she does happen to focus on a lot of the emotional aspect too. And I'd lie if I say she didn't inspire me for that. She did. Absolutely. But we are also two different women in two different modes of our lives. Yes. But we are still supporting each other. Absolutely. Journey says, oh, thank you, Kim J. I'm not blowing down. I am not bowing down to no pedometer marketing. Thank you. And thank you, honey. Oh, she's clapping at Delilah. Lockhart King says, if you want to go back to school, go now while your kids are young because they need you more as they get older. Just a friendly suggestion. I'll take that suggestion from you, sweetheart, any day. Because I know I was waiting until my daughter was at least potty trained. And that's probably going to take longer than I thought because autism's not all the same. It's an entire spectrum. My son learned it a whole lot faster, but there's something going on with my daughter where it's a neurological disconnection of body to brain. a brain to body disconnection when it comes to her, so her brain doesn't connect to her body a lot. There's just this huge thing, and it takes her a lot longer to hold a pencil and write. Took her a lot long to do that. Took her long to understand that, like, I need to, put my arms through her sweater and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I think now, yeah, I could do it now better than ever. Thank you for that, sweetheart. Oh, Journey said, thank you, taking a bow, and as you should. So true, Paula Felicia, you're a beautiful soul. Oh my God. When I tell you I'm going to look back at this live and do, like, some screenshots, oh my God. I don't know how to take a compliment. I get too giddy inside. I get too, like, not me, honey. I need to learn how to take a compliment better, but I appreciate it and I love it so much. Coming from a queen, oh my God. Girl, you made my whole day today. And Paula, you made my whole, both of you guys, let's not compare, okay? You guys made my whole everything. Journeys and Felicia, I love when you freak out. Must love loving you. One more time. I love you, Felicia Marie. Yes, honey. When I tell you, I am like this at home. I'm like this when my husband walks by and he's like, girl, you look good. And I'm like, not me. What are you talking about? Me? It ain't me you're talking. I just don't know how to handle it. Delilah says, Amika, I have, it came out ugly, sorry. Amika, I have no kids, no husband, no special needs. Well, I guess I do have my own, but I have nothing but me, and even I get overwhelmed. I can't imagine how you guys do it. And we can't take you for any fault either, because I was a person that didn't have a husband before, and I didn't have kids before, and it was just me, and I couldn't control me. I couldn't handle me. When I was alone, before my family, that was the darkest times of my life. That was me literally trying to end me at all times. Any way I could. Because I didn't have anything else. I was in my head 24/7. It was a dark place before I had my family. And then, yeah, little by little, I built this little bumblebee army, this little bumblebee empire. But I also had to learn that that dark side's always still with me. It's always there. I just know how to manage her now. I know how to be with her. I know how to live with her. I can sit next to her and I can hug her now. I can love her now. To the point where she's honestly not even there. So yeah, you may not know how we do it, but there's that other side of the spectrum where it's you too. It's tough being just you. Yes. Don't ever let anybody take that away from you either. Because we are truly sometimes our own worst enemy. Jenny says, LOL, LOL, we do it by ignoring all the shenanigans. Girl, that part. Happening in the background and then regret it later. And we start cleaning up the mess for an hour. Oh my God, the first time my daughter was here on chapter 6, when I tell you the mess she left, I'm talking, I had to scrape gummy fruit snacks from underneath my table. I was like, how did you get them stuck up there? Like, what happened? Why did you... I don't know why she did that. She only did it... I only knew it happened because she was laying on the floor and she said, gummy? I said, what do you say gummy for? Why are you pointing up? What are you looking at? Huh? She put them all in a row. I said, oh, she left it just for me. I see that as a little cute treat. Well, speaking from experience, you can't be there for anyone when they suddenly shut down and shut out the outside. Sometimes the best thing is to let people in, push them out, and disappear. Then there's that aspect too. And that's like the let them book. Let them. Sometimes you can't. When people do shut out, it shuts you down. Like I always said, you could be that person too to shut people out. Is it a harsh side of reality? Sure. But silence is a valid option. Ignoring you is a very valid option. Especially when you are overwhelmed and especially when you can't process something. Be like, you know what? I'm just going to leave you be and I'm going to leave me be. Let me process this. Because a lot of people try to especially women, they will tend to try to overprocess things as fast as they can because of anxiety. I gotta get this, I gotta work through this right now. Process it. Breathe through it. If some people are shutting you out, you could be like, okay, well, you could feel a certain way about it, but trust me, we have a lot to go on with ourselves. Especially the older you get, it's just like, yeah, I got a lot to deal with too. So if you have to shut me out, okay. Let's process it, and if we come back, we come back. If we don't, we don't. That's the beauty of humanity. Yes. Thank you for that, Mira. Yeah. Lockhart Queens is so true, and she would be so good at being a nurse. Ah! Alicia may be so soft-spoken and just caring for others always. I have heard, I just am like a natural caregiver. Because I choose to understand people. Nurses don't get that credit because people only see them when they're sick. People only see them when they're at their worst. If you can love somebody at their worst, you deserve them at their best. And even if you don't deserve those people, a lot of those people I've taken care of, they didn't deserve my kindness, but I will give it to you. Because I do believe in the Lord. If I give it to you, that's what I was designed to do. Yes. That is my way of serving. Thank you so much, Journey. Delia says, no, dang, well, the first thing I told you when I got you in my grips to talk about starting a channel, other people are going to hate. Yeah, they're going to get upset that you're not there watching. She did tell me that. I'm not going to lie to you guys. She did tell me that. It's like you can't be there for everybody, and everybody's not going to be there for you. People are not going to either like you. Not everyone's going to like you, and not everybody's going to love you. Not everybody's going to hate you either. You just have to kind of be there. Yes. They're every move, but that's okay. Sometimes you gotta just shut it out and do you. Absolutely. It was great advice, though. Honestly, I still carry that with me. Anissa said, "You can be kind and not a pushover. Be you." Yes, I do say that. The one person who's always said that to me was my dad. Your kindness is not a weakness. And I was always like, but I feel really weak being kind because I don't know how to not be kind. And then it was when I met my husband that was like, yeah, your kindness is not your weakness. That's your strength. Then the whole mentality changed. Oh, kind of like the end them with kindness thing. Yeah, I've adapted to that. Definitely. Thank you, Innocent. Kim J says, everyone has feelings that may need to evolve as time goes on. Allow for grace. Do what's best for you. Let them, honey. Yes. That is wonderfully said, too. Wonderfully said. 1 second, baby. I got you. I know you're right there, and you're waiting. Here you go, baby. Okay, sorry. But yeah, some people like Hardreen had said, what was it? Evolution, evolving or elevating can also mean separating. Sometimes when you grow out of people, you grow out of feelings, you grow out of groups and circumstances, you grow out of it. And then, yeah, you allow yourself grace. Or allow for grace. And allowing for grace is allowing just love. The love for, I'm going to do me, and you can do you. That's love. I did say that before, and a couple times, that the most painful form of love is release. But it's still love. Self-love. Love for others. I love you, but I gotta let you go. I'll always love you, but I gotta go. Gotta release that. And that could be for emotions too. People who sit in negative emotions for a long time. Look, I thank you for keeping me company. And I always say that to the sad part of me. That part of me that has dealt with depression for so long. Thank you for keeping me comfortable. Thank you for keeping me safe. But I love you, but I gotta let you go. Yes. Right, it, Johnny's so adorable. Yes. Kim J said, true, Anissa. Faith is choosing to trust God despite your fears. Yes. Feeling in situations. Faith is hope doubled down. Hold on one second. Faith is hope double down. When I tell you guys need to go to Pastor Kim's Corner. If any mod can put that in the chat, if you want to go see her. Kim is incredible. I don't mean to say Kim, I'm so sorry. Miss Kim, Low Carb Queen, Miss Pastor Kim's Corner. Incredible. That is faith. Yes. That is wonderful. Beautiful. When I tell you, yeah, no, God has saved me from those deepest times. Just hearing that just brings you out of whatever you're in. Thank you, Queen. And that is why you're my queen. Journey says, listening to the end, but I'm doing stuff. Bye, guys. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Absolutely. Thank you, Journey, for being here. I love you, girl, and I hope you have an incredible, incredible day. Bye, Journey, and chicken grease, yes. But don't touch this chicken grease. I did it the other night, and my hands were burning. Sandra said, you are amazing. Thanks for bringing your light to YouTube for us to soak up. Like, yeah. You're welcome, sweetheart. You're very welcome. Oh my gosh, I love you guys. Can just say, I always say, God brings the people to my channel who's supposed to be here, who He wants to be here. And that's on what, Kim? And that's on exclamation point. Yes, because it's like beyond and that's on period, okay? That's on everything. God's going to bring who's supposed to be there in our lives and in our channels and in just our everyday, day to day. And just like Kim says, that faith is hope double down. We double down on God all day, okay? Because we have that faith. Yes, honey. I love it. Sandra says, that is a perfect way to view it, Kim. If He wants your channel to grow, it will. And what will be, shall be, honey. Mia said, dill Parmesan boneless wings. Oh my gosh. I still have to find that. What was it? The dill Parmesan? We were talking about it the other day. Or it was like the other week. I gotta find it. Paula says, I'm just learning about all these channels. It's a lot to keep up with. And it's okay. It's okay. As somebody who's just starting to do this, be there when you can. But be there for you first and foremost. As much as you want to support and like, be there for you. Okay? That's the only advice I can give you. Stella, this is great, Mia. Now I'm hungry. Yes. I'm actually really hungry. We have to go where we feel comfortable. Yes. And that's a good way to view it. Kim, let God grow your channel. Let God. And what, honey? Let it go. Yes. Or is it let go and let God? Either way. Same thing. Kim J said, I'm learning to try better, understand other perspectives, and try not to judge. But at the end of the day, I know that I do better what serves God and me best. Yes. When I tell you, when Kim talks like in like text form, it feels like I'm like on a soft pillow that I'm like, I don't know, I love the way you write things out, Kim. I love it. I could read from you all day because it's just like, yes. What was that noise? Oh, okay, sorry. Mia will definitely be having dinner here. Yes. Auntie Queen. She did it because she can, honey, and she did. Yes, Paula, it's all in His hands. And then I know everything will be okay, honey, yes. Yep, Kim, it's my job. It's my job to judge. It's only my job to try to be better today than yesterday through His grace and His grace alone. Yes, honey. Yes. See ya, Journey. Oh, they put your channel up as Kim J Sweet Healthy Live. Okay. be a part of the Sweet Life Squad. Oh, okay. Look, Harkin says, oh, thank you. You can definitely call me Kim. I feel strange calling you Kim. Because I call Kim J. And I call you Queen because you're a queen, honey. Not that Kim J's not a queen, but like Kim J is Kim J-ing all day, okay? Thank you for allowing me to slip up and say queen, though. I am saying Kim, though. I always want to call you queen. Because you are my queen, honey. Kim being queen. Now we're sharing the same dream. And my heart can feel it one. Sorry. We adore you all, Kim too. Oh, Sandra, Paul, Johnny, Mia, and Nicole, yes. I meant not my job. Oh, okay, I got you. Kim J is a low-key pastor. She really is. She don't want to say it, though, but she really is. Kim J can talk scripture to you all day. Oh. Kim J, when she talks about God, it's like her. I told her this the other day. It's like you drinking water. So natural. It's just like la la la. Like that is a gift. And obviously, both of the Kims here have that gift. Okay. Whew. I should name my daughter Kim, honey. Ugh. You got Oh, yep. Got two Marie Kondos. What is Marie Kondos? Our emotion, baby. And that's the last comment too. Oh my gosh, my voice is going in and out. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm gonna get sick pretty soon, but like, I can handle it. Cause you know why? Let it. Let them. Well, I want to thank you guys for being here at chapter 10. We are halfway through the book. Can you believe that, Delilah? We are halfway through this book. This book has 20 chapters, and we are halfway done. Half the fun, not fully done. Okay? Thank you guys. Oh, there you go. Go to Pastor Kim, a.k.a. Lockhart Queen's other channel for the Word of God. Yes. If any of you guys want to go, that is Pastor Kim's Corner. Wonderful. You want a piece of the Lord just to have in your life for just a few moments? Of course, all the time. But if you ever just want to watch a video on it, if you ever want to see somebody just pour out that love, right there, sweetheart. Yes. She said, hold on, let me get the other channel. I'm holding, girl. I'm holding. I'll keep holding on. I'll keep holding on. Oh, Marie Kondo is a professional organizer. Is she the one that has it at like Walmart? The organizers at Walmart? Is that her? I didn't know that. I see Marie and I think about me, honey. I didn't know that. I'm waiting though, don't worry. But yes, we are halfway through. Next week will be on Delilah Rodriguez's channel. So next Saturday, same time. Oh my god, I'm back. Thanks for staying, you guys. I didn't know if you guys could hear me. I don't know. I just know she talks about release our items by thanking them for what they gave us and letting go. Oh, I do that. Yes. I didn't know that was by her, though. Excuse me. Okay, yeah. That's like the middle of the list, right? Like, Thank you, cell phone, for everything. Yeah, like that, right? Okay. Low card queen, I'm telling you, she's the number one person that uses that emoji. She said, let me give you my heart. Let me give you my love. Yes, honey. Paula says, have a great night, everyone. See you soon. And you have an incredible night too, honey, okay? Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming. And always, always, sweetheart, think of you first, okay? Don't get too tied up in the GLP-1 streets. Kim J says, go to Low Carb Queen for the cool/fun auntie vibes. And that's on period. And that's on exclamation point. Queen goes live every Wednesday. Yes. 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 7 p.m. Eastern Time. 6 p.m. Central Time. Yes. Queen, I'm just putting you out there because you know why? Because I love you. You know your nieces got you, Queen. Yes, honey. And with that, I will say, next Saturday, of course, go to Delilah Rodriguez's channel for chapter 11. Yes, I will see you guys there at the book club next Saturday. And also, never forget to pollinate this world with love, joy, and kindness. Always, always choose kindness, because words alone can truly make somebody's day. Yay! Also, if you want some more of me, I'm going to be on Paul Amadeus Lane channel on Monday, 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. He just wants to interview me to get to know me a bit more. So if you want to hang out with me again, honey, because you're not tired of me yet, go check out Paul Amadeus' channel, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on a Monday, okay? I love you guys. Let's see. Peace and more hair grease, yes. Good night, everybody. Yep, Cookie. Jenny says, bye. Low Carb Queen says, y'all are too kind. Because we love you. Blessings. Very many blessings, my dear. I always want more of you. Thank you, honey. I love you guys. Have an incredible day. Yes, or nieces. Blessings. Pastor Kim's Corner, honey. Bye, guys. I love you. Bye.